So I don't remember the last time I did one. I know it's been a couple weeks. We went out of town over the weekend, and I primarily just work on this on the weekend. So we went out of town a couple weekends ago, and then work was pretty busy. It's been pretty busy, so I've just been tired slash lazy. It's hard to jump back into it. But last weekend and now this weekend, I've been able to get some stuff done. Um, Nothing major, some refactors and some other stuff. It's been a while, so I probably won't be able to cover everything here. But the main thing that I got was I changed the main menu around to better represent the style that I'm going for, or what I would like to see. Um, I need to change that text to load now as well. But anyway, so yeah, okay. So I've just populated 20 character slots. I think it's 20, maybe it's 10. That looks more like 10. So I just populated character slots here, so you can choose them, and it all the data is accurately represented, as well as names and everything, which I've added. Last save is here, which I'm using to sort them. So you can click on these and play, and all of that still works. Change some UI stuff around. Your characters do have names now, and I don't think anything else visually in here really worth going over. I changed the real toggle actually works now. So now you can, if I select this, which I can put into game options at some point, but I just haven't yet. So you can press a button to reel, or you can hold a button to reel, and that will work while you're reeling and also while you're fighting the fish also. So that's not fleshed out totally yet, but it should just be minor adjustments if I want to change how something's done. That's probably pretty much for this, but the main thing is now you have a little character creation screen. That should be disabled too. So you can input your own unique name. You can change, I can set all these over here. Character create, color picker, color options. Yeah, so I can just add different color options here. And go red shirt, black pants, and green shoes. Why not? So unique name. So this is my little character. So you press start here, and now it'll create a new character, and he comes in looking a little different. My I think it's my volumetric or bloom or something global volume. So, but it does save. If I'll just level up so you can see. So level 1. Let's go to level. I also changed the EXP now. Yeah, so your total's right here. And I just did that, so like I don't really like how this looks, but we can spice it up later. So you can see how much EXP you need, 33. If I level up again, I need 37, etc, etc. So I'm level 7 on unique name, so if I go back to the main menu, unique name is, it sorts these correctly based on your last save. It does show that I'm level 7, and if I log back in, my character is looking the way I had him look when I started. And all of these other ones work too. Yep, so level 1, yada yada. But that's the main thing. I basically just took the code that was working in the main menu before and adjusted it to work within this UI here that I created. So that's pretty cool. I knew I wanted character customization, so it was cool to get that working. And I'm not really sure what my next step is. The next big thing that I want to do, and I keep coming up with like, okay, I just need this, and then it'll be ready to kind of like put polish on and do audio and all that stuff. Because right now, when you play the game, I took it over to a buddy's house recently, he was having a little party, and there was like 10, 12 people there that I haven't seen in a while. But I took it over there and I threw it on the guy's computer and was showing people, and it was interesting to see because I know how all the mechanics work, but it was interesting to see somebody trying to play and basically with me just explaining like, okay, do this and you want to manage this and this and this and your skills over here and blah blah blah. And it's like, so it was interesting to see the things that were difficult to pick up without without prior knowledge or me just explaining verbally. So and then also my brother was um, basically he was like the game's lame. He didn't say it like that because he knows all the work I put in, and obviously this is pretty cool to see. But basically and I already knew this. It's just stuff I hadn't focused on, but you need feedback. You need like audio and visual feedback for when you perform actions or things happen. And right now there's nothing. I have very basic feedback for like when you press F or when you're reeling. So like just a little green border, but things need to pop and right now with absolutely no audios, it's really hard to tell what's going on unless like I already know because I put all this stuff in here. But somebody just plays this game in this state, um, they're not getting any feedback. They don't know like what's happening. Your skills aren't set up, so you have to set up your skills. And but that was cool to see like people kind of struggle to understand the mechanics. Um, but what was also interesting is obviously they never seen this game before, they never played this game before, or probably anyone necessarily closely similar to this. So, and then I know exactly what you need to be doing when you're fighting the fish. So to see what didn't make sense initially, and how the battle kind of went, like they were breaking their lines, the fish was getting off, etc., etc. It's not a complex game, but if I fight the fish knowing the mechanics, then there is that like drastic difference from first time fighting the fish, which is what I want. Um, Obviously, I'm doing everybody a disservice who plays the game by not having any type of um, like tooltips or like tutorial or anything like that. But it was cool to see that like it wasn't immediately too simple. Because I do want the game to be simple. I want you to be able to play with a controller, and or rather, ideally, I want you to be able to play as from in a range from quite simple to relatively complex with the skills that you use and the skills that the fish are doing, etc. So I was, this whole process has been me kind of like trying to emulate the end goal in my head, within this game, and I, based on what I saw over there, I do think that I'm moving in the direction that I want to. Whether or not it's something that will be received well or whatever is kind of like an afterthought. I have an idea for a game, and since I have the tools now to adjust or to manipulate how that game turns out, all I have to do is make the game that I want, and then we'll just see if anybody else likes it or anything like that. So, but yeah, I was pretty happy with how this turned out. Got a little character customization in there, and I can, since this is all set up, I can change, anything really that needs to be changed. I would like to figure out what's going on with these graphics. Maybe the bloom plays off of other scene objects, because right now the guy standing up there, is just I like that better. 11.18. It's just like a prefab in the scene. Like he's like way over here. and the canvas is over there. So like this guy just exists out here, and that's how I solved that problem. But there's no objects surrounding him, so I don't know if light reflects onto objects or blah blah blah. I don't know why he looks different here than he does in game, but that needs to get solved. So that's kind of a thing that I'm not really sure, because I did play around with it, but I didn't make any progress, so I don't know what the hell's going on there. But for the time being, this turned out pretty well, and I didn't break everything in the process, which is always nice. I did have to revert a couple of changes that I made because weird things were happening, but that's to be expected. But yeah, everything else, eventually it did come together, and I think this is good for, like, it looks like a game now, you know what I mean? Like you have all your characters, and then you can choose your character, your profile to load into, and blah blah blah. So pretty cool. And yeah, that's about it. I know I made some other changes. I don't know what I covered. I refactored an item factory thing, so now it's not all be handled in inventory controller. I refactored the main menu thing. I changed a bunch of small changes everywhere, because I don't really have a next thing. The next thing that I want is different scenes. I need to take this character and all his stats and everything. I need to take your guy and have a town area. So I want this guy to be able to go to the town area, and then from the town area to go to this fishing spot, and then go to other fishing spots. Once I have that set up, then I'm good to go. That's what I think anyway. I think that's the last main thing that I want, because just catching fish, like if you just zone into this area, it's like super shallow. Like there's no world. You're just in this. I can fancy this up and make it look nice, but at the end of the day, when you log in or when you sign into your character, it's a boring game if you're just in the same spot fishing for the same fish. So, and also there's no incentive to like level up, and I can adjust variables all day, but I need more fish, I need more areas, and I really want like one boss fish, either maybe I was thinking maybe like boss fishes in each zone, and then also like a big boss area where he's the only fish in that area or whatever. But I have to figure out how I'm going to be able to move this character around. Maybe simply it's like just don't destroy on load, but I don't think so. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, if I get those other areas and I have a town world, and then I can start developing, what the world is, what this space is, then I'll be feeling pretty good about where the game's at that point, and I can get into some polish, because I do enjoy going through here and making little minor adjustments and fixing how things look, and making things look nice, but I know that it's still not where it needs to be playable. I can make what I have here look nice, but nobody's going to want to play this game. There's 5 fish, you're in one area, there's nothing going on here. So I feel like once I have a foundation to build on, which I do have a foundation, but once I have like a sturdier foundation, then I'll be able to start making all this stuff look a lot nicer. But that's where my head's at now, and that's what I've got done so far since the last time. So yeah, okay, bye.